CinemaCon 2025. You didn't ask, but we're going to review it. We got 2025 movies coming out. We got 2026 movies coming out. We got new posters. We're going to nerd out over it. We're going to talk about all the terrible and awesome movies. I'm Tyler.
I'm Spencer.
I'm Trey.
I'm Jory.
First thing I want to talk about, let's talk about the posters.
Okay.
The Wicked 2 poster is possibly the worst poster I have ever seen in my life. I saw this poster and I legitimately thought that like a middle schooler made it. I thought it was a fan poster. And I will point out every minuscule detail of why it is so bad. Okay, first of all, Jory, I'm going to give you a multiple choice quiz right now. And I want you to answer this and no one else give him a hint. It's kind of hard.
Okay.
If you're standing outside and the sun is directly behind you,
me,
ready to grab your shoulders and tell you everything's going to be okay.
Okay.
Directly behind you.
Yes.
Would the front of your body, the front of your face, be A, in shadow, or B, would it be lit up?
It would be in shadow.
Yeah, correct. Jory got that right. They have the sun coming from behind the mountain.
Oh, I see.
But the front of the mountain is completely in light, including them. They're all the way back here. The side facing us should be completely shadowed, but it's not. Exactly, it is completely bright.
Okay.
There is no shadow play on this whatsoever. It literally looks like I looked up stock images of Ariana Grande and placed it in here.
And just also, like the amount of space that they're taking up is strange. Also, like, why are they both in the top corners of the
top corners? Poster? And also, why are they on these mountains? Why are they? They literally could have just put the Wicked title on a green background and people would have been happy.
Yeah,
this literally
with just their faces.
With just their faces,
would have been better than that.
You didn't need that has been bothering me, and I've been seeing a lot of people like talking about it, but I had to. That's
the worst poster you've ever seen.
That is. I would have rather the floating head poster.
All right.
You're not giving them bonus points for being creatively bad?
Creatively bad.
Yeah, there's nothing happening.
There's nothing
in the middle of that poster, though.
It's like
to warrant them being on mountaintops across from each other.
Like we don't care. Like
but maybe they wanted to make the W shape.
Oh, I could see the W shape. But guess what? That's terrible.
Yeah, I didn't even pick up on that.
Don't do it.
Yeah,
absolutely terrible. They just looks like they forgot to do their homework the night before.
Maybe they just don't want to prioritize this poster because they know people are going to see.
This was the first announcement or reveal past, at the end of the last movie they said Wicked 2 coming soon or whatever. Like you think they would have put some effort into it. I don't know.
Maybe it was intentionally like this to cause controversy so that we have to talk about it.
Oh.
See, we're already talking about it.
Damn. But yeah, we got posters for 28 years later, which look cool. I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Very similar designs.
Yeah, they are pretty similar designs.
Same guy just has that do over the weekend. Literally. Just all right, let's make this one red and with a chainsaw, this one poking and white.
Yeah.
Anything they could do to save some money, maybe.
We got Superman, Jurassic World, Fantastic Four. I mean, we know that those movies have had trailers.
What's this Jurassic World going to be about, or do we know?
They're basically going back to yet another island that's filled with dinosaurs.
Oh, cool. So
I don't know how.
They never learned their lesson.
Never learned the lesson.
Is this a continuation?
How many dinosaur
travesties
have to happen before they stop going to those islands?
Didn't the last one, didn't they have they just were all over the world? They were in the oceans, everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And now they're let's put dinosaurs back on an island because they're all over the world.
Yeah, basically.
What's the point of there? You can just walk outside and just see a T-Rex. All right, cool.
Okay. What are you guys thinking about the live action Lilo and Stitch?
Oh, that one looks pretty good. Yeah. That should be hopefully
interesting.
Well.
Yeah, it definitely it looks pretty cool. I mean, Disney hasn't been too great with the live action remakes, but
yeah,
I mean
they're overhated.
They might be able to
say that
kind of well to hear. Hopefully, I mean, he has a good design compared to the old Sonic, original Sonic one where it looked
that was a good
changed
design.
It and it looked really good.
That was a good design.
So maybe they're trying to do the same thing where they make the character actually look really good. And
it could be
like it.
Yeah,
I think it's kind of refreshing to see the live action version.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
some different, nice change of pace.
Yeah, I mean, I would rather them just make new movies, but you know what?
It's not easy.
Or just anything. They should just make the Stormlight Archive into.
People going to see those kinds of movies, though.
They would. I would be there. I'd be there. Okay, let's go into the 2025 slate. So they posted this photo with a bunch of movies coming out in 2025. Right off the bat, the ones that stand out to me have got to be The Ballerina, which I think looks pretty cool. I liked it because I was working for the company that does John Wick, and so I got to read the Ballerina script before it came out, or before it's even out. So I know like what happens in it.
Inside scoop.
Yeah.
Inside info.
So I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be cool.
Okay.
So you're not excited for Karate Kid Legends? That's what I'm.
That might be the worst film. That might be the worst.
Wow.
Why? How is there that many Karate Kids?
Because it's a great movie. It's a great series.
What could you possibly be doing?
Dude, there's tournaments all over the world, man. Your
Karate never stops.
Karate never stops.
It never stops.
Karate never stops. Yeah, well, it needs to stop.
What about Freakier Friday?
Oh,
That sounds fun.
I
mean, I remember the original movie.
never
Amy
saw
Lee
it.
Curtis, Lindsay Lohan. So
I never saw it.
it's fun.
Really?
They like
I feel
switch.
like that's a classic.
They switch bodies. I'm pretty sure.
Trey, you ever see it?
I think I saw the original one. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was like a childhood.
That
movie.
one like came on like on Disney like every so like often like on
Yeah.
weekends or like on holidays, and you would just be just like, all right, well, I got nothing else to watch. I'll just
Now
watch
it's
this.
I feel like it was one that was on like all the time though. But
Yeah.
you had to catch it at least
It's
once.
gonna get
Though.
freakier.
No,
It makes it freakier.
Oh,
They're
my
older.
God.
yeah. Yes. Ooh. But The Conjuring.
Another Conjuring.
I think it's the last one.
It better
Pretty
be.
sure it's the last one. They're gonna.
The first. What was it? The
Gosh, those movies.
God, yeah. Conjuring 1 was absolutely terrifying. Conjuring 3 was absolutely terrible. It was so bad.
I feel like they all blend together in my
Yeah.
mind. So, but hey, maybe I'll watch it.
No, you
if I'm in. Yeah,
No,
probably.
you
No, you
won't.
won't.
Unless we track you there now.
No,
Probably won't.
you're not.
Nah, on my own. Yeah,
Definitely not.
I feel like I've seen a few of the Conjuring movies, but like you were saying, I feel like they all kind of blend together.
Yeah.
What was the one where they were on like a farm or something?
That's the first one, I think.
Okay.
At the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the second one is the house. And the third one, I think is another house. The first one's a house. The second one is in like London with like the crooked neck dude and Valak or whatever. And then the third one was so bad. It was like actually just a bad movie. Not even like, oh, it terrified me, which is bad.
Yeah.
But you know what else is terrifying? The fact that we aren't sitting day one into the Minecraft movie, because that movie's out. That movie's out currently. Why are we not in the theaters seeing that movie?
Because
Right
we
now?
got better things to do.
Because we couldn't bring our podcast equipment into the theater.
Yeah, well, I've been seeing a lot of TikToks, like people like, you know, in Avengers Endgame and like Spider-Man, where they would like cheer and like flip and like record.
Oh yeah.
There's like moments where like a villager will come out and, and then people start like cheering and screaming.
I've seen people like come to the theaters and they're like, "Can I have a ticket, please?" And they're like, "What movie you're here to see?" And they pans over and it's a guy in like, a creeper costume or something.
I've seen people showing up in droves like dressed as Steve.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's funny because the movie looks absolutely terrible.
Yeah, there's no way that movie's
There's
nice.
no way that movie's
It's
good.
gonna do numbers though.
yeah, it probably will.
It's gonna do crazy.
I mean,
numbers at the
we should
And they're
go.
gonna make a second one, and then
Oh, yeah.
then we're gonna
Just like they're making like 5 Jumanjis or whatever.
yeah, can't believe they're making a third one.
Yeah. The Minecraft movie looks, I don't know. How is Jack Black Steve? It makes no sense.
because he's Jack Black.
At this
man.
point,
Guy can play anything.
He can
at
do
this
it.
point,
Yeah,
we should
exactly.
we should make a movie about Amelia Earhart, but cast Jack Black as Amelia Earhart.
You could.
He can pull
Yeah.
it off.
I bet it would do numbers.
Yeah, I would be watching it. So, Fantastic Four, I'm really excited for. No pun intended. Yeah, I think that one's gonna be pretty cool. That's really gonna be Marvel. Either is gonna.
fantastic.
Boo. Wait, I don't remember which one.
Yeah, I think that one's gonna be cool. I'm curious if Marvel is really gonna pull it out or not. Pause. Oh, jeez. Pull it.
Did you guys
off.
see
Sorry, not pull it
the
out.
new How to Train Your Dragon movie? That's another live action.
Yeah, that's right down there in the bottom left.
Well, that was animated.
I was actually hoping they were gonna do one where it was like more accurate to the books, Because I remember the first time I went to see that movie, it was like the first time I had like read a book and then gone to the movie like right afterwards. I didn't even watch the trailers for it.
Yeah.
And I was probably like 8 or 9 years old. I go in there and I see a movie that has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
And I was completely shocked.
Oh my God.
Never doing this again.
I was like, why did I even read this?
Dude, I forgot about the books. I read those.
Mm-hmm.
Those were good.
Where Toothless was like a little tiny, scrawny puss.
How do you remember this? I don't remember.
Dude, that was a nice book.
Yeah.
The Black Phone.
The Black Phone 2.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're making a sequel. Yeah.
I don't understand.
Because it made money, Jory.
Yeah.
That's why. And then Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Right, let's go.
That might be funny.
Yeah. I haven't seen the first one yet.
The first one wasn't that bad.
I've seen clips of it. And I kind of am interested to watch the full thing and watch the second one.
It's definitely a watch. It's not like great, but it's good.
They came out and said that it is exclusively coming to theaters. So no, like the first one came out on Hulu. This one's coming out in theaters. So we're day one sitting there for free.
Oh.
Right.
Avatar Fire and Ash. I actually saw people when they went to CinemaCon, they actually got to see some clips of it. I'm trying to stay away from it. Avatar is kind of like weird though. Like I like it, but at the same time, they're kind of just like fun cliche, like nothing like too crazy.
Let me get this straight. So Avatar 1 comes out. 10 years later or something like that, the second one comes out. And then the third one comes out like 2 years later.
So if I'm correct, he was filming like 2, 3, 4, 5 at the same time. Like he just filmed everything like together. So they should be coming out like probably yearly now instead of 10-year gaps.
Maybe they shouldn't have done that because
they should.
I feel like they lost a lot of people's interest.
Oh, 100%.
10 years.
Well, because when it came out, it was like crazy technology.
Yeah.
Now it's
like a revolutionary movie at the time.
Now everything looks like that. So
yeah. All right, 2025.
2025. Let's go around. Rate 2025 Slate out of 10. Jory.
I'll say 8. Maybe 9 because of Karate Kid.
Oh, that might bring it down. Trey.
I'll be giving an actual result. I'll give you a 6.5.
Okay, wow.
I mean, that's what I hate. I would really want to see would be the How to Train Your Dragon. I feel like it's the only one I would want to see, like desperately.
Yeah, I'll give 2025's film slate. I give it like an 8, maybe 8.5, maybe 8. Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8.
You want to give it an 8? Are you sure? Say
it like 6 more times. Are you sure about
Lock
that?
it in.
All right, I'm gonna give it a 7.5, maybe an 8.
Yeah. Okay. 8. All right.
Ooh, they got some.
2026 has got some pretty crazy ones.
Boring posters we got. They're not really posters.
Yeah, because they're not posters. They're just like telling you. I mean, literally. Andy Weir wears Hail Mary. That's just the book cover. Like they just put the book cover there, which I didn't read that one. I think my brother did. He really liked it. I've heard a lot of great things about it. So that's kind of cool. I think actually I don't remember who's starring in it, but I think Jack Black.
Nice.
That Shrek 5 is
Shrek 5.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about all the controversy with the Shrek 5?
What, the animation?
Because they changed the way he looks, and I mean,
you think Shrek looks still clean now?
Between now and
like the Sonic?
Then hopefully they change it like the Sonic. I feel like it's
not gonna get changed.
I mean, all they had to do, like I've seen people like altering it so that his eyes are a little farther apart and look normal.
Yeah,
like it would have like made him look normalish. Can't be that difficult to just change art styles a little bit.
Yeah, okay, Trey, you go change the entire movie's art style.
I mean,
Zendaya's in it.
Excited. Yeah, I'm excited. Zendaya.
Do we think that people have? Yeah, so people were saying like, oh, is it going to be the estranged daughter that goes on an adventure with dad, and by the ending of it, to become a good father-daughter duo?
It's probably gonna be that.
That could be a fun watch, though.
Yeah. I don't remember what happened to the other Shreks.
Is Donkey going to be in it?
Yeah, I don't think
Donkey is in it. Okay. Donkey is in it.
I don't think I ever saw Shrek 4.
Is that Shrek Forever After?
I think
so.
I used to have the action figure of the Prince Charming.
So I gotta lock in.
I didn't even know they sold it.
Burger King meal.
No, I think I went out and bought that.
Oh god,
dude, Toys R Us. That place was popping with me. I was there every weekend.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of toys, Toy Story 5.
Toy Story 5. How are they making yet another one?
I don't know.
Don't know where they can go with this one.
I don't know. Probably.
The toys never stopped the grind.
What was Toy Story 4 about? I forget.
It was like
was it
they were at the carnival,
girl, right?
They had
Andy gave away his toys in the third one.
Yeah, that's Sporky.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's dumbest fucking toy.
Yeah. I don't know where they're gonna go with it.
We'll see.
So The Mandalorian and Grogu. I feel like that could be just a TV series again, not really a movie.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the first season of Mandalorian. I liked it. I don't think we need a whole movie. I think they're just doing that because he became so popular.
I think it's really just for the toy sales.
Yeah, 100%. I remember when I was a kid and I was watching the Batman animated series, and I kept going out trying to find Clayface, and they're making a Clayface standalone movie.
Yeah, I'm hyped for that.
That's really crazy. That's like a really weird character to make, but I think they can pull it off.
Yeah, I don't.
Do you guys know anything about
which Clayface are they making the movie about? Yeah. Like the one where he's like an actor?
That's what I would think is the one. Like usually Clayface is like an actor that sucks. And kind of like Jack Black. No, I love Jack Black.
Jack Black is
I just have to keep bringing him in. And I forget how he gets the Clayface powers, but then he like uses it to like turn into like famous actors.
I think it was like he used like some type of chemical formula to make his face look different for different characters.
The substance.
I guess they like dumped too much on it, or it was like so chemically reactive that it deteriorated everything else, so he can't like change his face to it.
So he's a Batman villain, you said?
Yeah, he's a Batman villain.
Batman DC guy. And he has the ability to like transform his whole body into like other people, but also just like in objects and stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. The question I have, and this probably is maybe out there, is it in the Robert Pattinson universe? Is it in its own universe, like Joker?
Like Joker, yeah.
Or is it in Ben Affleck's universe? I mean, are they keeping that going?
I mean, DC just went, I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Yeah.
Like they had like, after Steven Spielberg's...
Steven Spielberg.
That's Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg.
What was the new version of the
Zack Snyder?
Zack Snyder, like how do you
Steven Spielberg. Where
I don't know. I didn't watch the DC movies.
Well, yeah, I don't think Steven Spielberg is making
take out like all the what's the DC hero versions, Justice League.
Yeah,
they just like had different versions of that, and then it kind of like they got rid of it all, and now they're doing it from scratch again.
Yeah, they stopped the DC universe and like they restarted it.
Yeah, so who's in it now anymore?
I think the new Superman movie is supposed to kick it off.
It is. Okay. James Gunn, the guy who did Guardians of the Galaxy and everything, he is the one who's helming the entire.
Okay, so they're restarting the whole universe compared to Marvel's, which is still going the same thing, and they haven't lost anybody.
That would be cool if the DC universe started like making individual movies about like all these different characters and villains in different genres. You have Joker, who's like the thriller, psychological thriller. You have Clayface, could be body horror. A Penguin, who could be crime mobster. Well, they do.
I mean, that Penguin show was
fire show. So yeah, that could be kind of cool.
The Odyssey.
I feel like they could do really well.
I think that's
Odyssey is cool though. Odyssey is like, I love high fantasy action,
and it's Christopher Nolan, right?
Christopher Nolan.
I mean, he's gonna go all out.
Hot take: I didn't think Oppenheimer was all that. I didn't think it was as good as everyone said. So I'm kind of excited for him to kind of.
You were more of a Barbie guy.
I actually would say I'd put Barbie above.
Okay,
I would take maybe, but I would.
Even though I feel like I like history, like American history stuff. Like I kind of agree.
Yeah.
I feel like if I was a little bit more knowledgeable on the subject, I think it would have been more fun watch. But
exactly. I didn't know.
Very talky and like
very talky. Like
I mean, there's obviously
it's just like
scenes,
for me, like
good
overall tone. Like I would just more rather watch like a Barbie.
Yeah, or I could have just watched like a
movie.
I could have just watched a documentary.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It also took again. This might be a theme between a lot of the times where we are on these podcasts. Maybe I'm just an absolute idiot, but it took me like half the movie to realize that Robert Downey Jr.'s scenes that were in black and white were like not in the past. I kept thinking, I was like, oh, it's been black and white. It's got to be in the past. And then like halfway through, I was like, wait a second.
This isn't adding up.
This is not making sense.
All this stuff is going to be crazy.
While he's pulling that up, we're going to talk about the real #1 movie that's coming out. Mega Minions.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
Boy.
Did you guys see the Minion movie?
No.
Was it the? So wait, is this the second one? I don't even know.
They don't have numbers.
It's just Mega Minion. It's just Mega Minion.
I know there's like 4 Despicable Me's or something.
Yeah.
So there's like 3 or 4 Minion movies.
Yeah.
They just don't stop making them at this point.
Who knows?
But they make so much money. Like they could honestly probably just use AI to make them now, and people would still go to watch it.
Yeah.
All right.
They don't even talk.
They probably did the same.
They literally don't even talk.
Yeah.
Just make sound.
That one.
Yeah. Probably one of the worst movies that I think I've seen on this list is The Hunt for Gollum. Why are they doing that?
I don't know. I'm not a huge, I guess, Lord of the Rings. So
I mean, what about Ice Age 6?
Yeah, I feel like I've seen like random Lord of the Rings
continue?
movies, but I didn't really watch them in order.
I mean, they put those two back to back right there because they knew that no one. Ice Age 6 and The Hunt for what are they gonna do? Like, we already saw it, and they already made that terrible video game, the Gollum video game.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it looks like for Ice Age 6,
the graphics were like a PS2
so I'm
game.
wondering if the baby is back.
Oh god.
Like, is it grown up? How do you survive the melting of the icebergs? Islands, like everything, like T-Rexes. How did that kid survive all that and is still alive?
Yeah. I guess he's just everybody's common ancestor. He's the only guy that made it.
It's funny because like looking at this list, I'm just like, there's so many movies here that are so like unnecessary. Shrek 5,
Jumanji 3.
Moana 3, Jumanji 3. Where's that? Why am I missing?
Dead center.
Scream 7.
Oh my god, Scream 7.
Fast 10 Part 2. Dude, if you look at the names of all of those movies, they make no sense in that franchise.
Yeah. Fast 10 Part 2. They should do Fast 10 Part 2.
Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah.
And it's like the 8th movie.
Yeah,
Or
right.
something. Like, what's going on?
I don't know who's in charge of naming that stuff, but you got to do
I think
better.
they just pick things from a hat at this point.
Yeah, they're like, how can we confuse our audience?
Spider-Man, the last thing.
Not talked about
Spider-Man, because I was waiting for last.
Oh.
Jeez.
Well, worst for last, right?
Spider-Man 4, what is it? Brand New Day?
Yeah.
What are we thinking? Here? Brand New Day. What is that title? Because all the titles have meant something.
I
what
mean,
do we think?
forgot who he was.
No one knows what his
starting over.
What do we think the villain's going to be? I think they actually did announce it.
It looked like Kingpin.
That would make sense.
I don't think...
I feel like they already used Kingpin enough, like with Daredevil.
Yeah.
Like,
maybe.
And he was
even
in...
if they are
he already
was in the
brought
Hawkeye
Daredevil
show,
into the
right?
games. So,
yeah,
I mean,
So
that's true.
I could be totally gaslighting everyone on this table, but I thought I saw an article because Kingpin is currently in the Daredevil TV show. That he said he can't show up in the movies because of like licensing issues or something like that. I believe, again, I could be totally
Tyler's just lying
here, lying out of my
say it's Venom.
Yes, I would be so happy. I believe it's Chameleon. I thought I saw something saying it was Chameleon.
They did have him in the what was that? Craven movie?
Yeah, at the end. Oh, I better not be the Craven one.
Is that like the lizard guy that was a scientist, but then like he turned into a massive lizard? Or
No, that's Lizard.
Oh, just
that's Lizard. Chameleon is just like this. I don't even know. It's like a scientist guy who basically like he
a shapeshifter.
Shape-shifting.
It turned into
exactly what you said. But they're not the same, Trey.
He can portray like any kind of person's like face and like body language and stuff like that.
Yeah. So
I
like,
don't think I've ever heard of that villain, to be honest.
I kind of want it to be Hobgoblin though.
Hobgoblin would be cool. Yeah, I mean, I've heard that Ned might be
That would
Hobgoblin.
be nice.
He was
After
he was
he
in
forgets
Craven.
who Peter is.
Yeah, he for some reason.
That's what I'm saying. And then he just randomly becomes Hobgoblin.
randomly just one day he just comes into the glider.
What? I feel like being evil now.
Yeah.
Well,
That'd
do
be
you guys
sick.
think he's going to get MJ back? That's the big question.
Mr. Mate.
I don't think he's got the wrist
Mr.
for that.
Negative.
He doesn't have the rig.
Nah, they need to add Black Cat to the movie.
Who would play Black Cat?
Jack Black.
Jack Black.
Trey, nice.
Wait, we got to talk about the Super Mario movie too.
Oh no, yeah.
That one should be good.
More Jack Black.
Jack Black.
Jack Black.
All roads lead back to Jack.
Jack Black is in Jumanji.
He's everywhere.
He's in every movie.
Everything.
So he's still making
You know what?
money. He's making all this money.
We need a Jack Black cinematic universe.
Yeah. Yeah.
The House
Have
of
all
Rock.
his characters. The School of Rock.
Freaking Steve.
What else?
Yeah.
He's in
Did you
Tenacious
see
D.
that?
Dude, he's in everything.
Did you see the first Super Mario movie?
Oh yeah.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Oh, yeah, it was
I
good.
liked it.
It was good. Princess Peach could get it.
Whoa.
Hot take: Mario's the worst video game character of all time.
The worst?
Yeah. No,
Well-
I'm just screwing with you guys.
I was gonna say he might not even be the worst in his own universe.
Nah, that's Luigi.
That's
The Luigi disrespect will not
Who?
be tolerated.
Dude,
orange thing.
I saw-
that served Bowser.
I saw the other day. I don't know what Trey's like.
I've no.
Most obscure character in that movie.
Yeah. Kamek. Trey. How do you remember these?
Yeah. Watch the movie. What are you talking about? Did you fall asleep?
Okay, no, you weren't watching the movie. You were analyzing that movie.
Damn it, Trey. You could have just said the wizard.
Okay.
How do you know his
name? Why do you know his name?
How do you know his name? He's not orange. He's yellow.
You're fucking quoting me on that.
I'm thinking of like
the wizard. Okay, mister.
Would you have known if he said the wizard?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
But anyway.
The guy that tells you to turn the card around.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The guy that drops
Mario Kart.
Yeah.
It's not the same guy.
It's not?
No.
That's the cloud dude.
What's that guy's...
Then who is that?
That's Kamek.
Yeah, I guess so.
He's the one that helps Bowser the entire movie.
But yeah. I mean, I remember Jack Black singing on that piano.
Yeah, you remember using the piano on his hands as he's...
Trey really liked the Super Mario movie.
Trey was really into it.
Remembers the Super Mario movie.
All right, so 2026 film slate. Let's go ahead, give it a review. We're starting over here at Spencer. Give it a review out of 10.
Honestly, I'm going to go with 9.
9.
Things are looking pretty nice in 2026.
I'm going to give it... I don't know, because you got some real stinkers like Hunt for Gollum. And I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan.
I'll give it an 8.
Okay.
Because there are quite a few good movies there, but there's some that are really just holding it down.
Yeah.
We're gonna have everything in this one. We're gonna have a little bit of memes. We're gonna have actual bangers.
It's gonna be
It's gonna balance out.
I'm gonna give it a 9.8.
9.8. Jeez.
No, all right. I'm gonna give it the 2026 film slate
the greatest year of
an
movies of
8.
all time.
An 8. I'm gonna give it an 8. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably say 8.5. I think the Odyssey has great potential. Obviously, Spider-Man. Excited for that.
Yeah. I think Spider-Man, Odyssey. Oh,
nice.
we didn't even talk about Avengers Doomsday.
Well, we don't even need.
But
we all know that's going to be. We all know that's going to be a terrible movie.
Yeah. Right. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's CinemaCon. Too bad. It seemed like a lot of people had fun there. We didn't go. We
Next
were
year.
invited.
When this podcast takes off.
When this podcast takes off, we'll be at CinemaCon making most heinous remarks at all these movies. They're not going to want us there.
Bring us back.
We get thrown out as soon as we get.
But you know what?
Last time.
You know what we say to that? You didn't ask for our reviews, but we gave it to you anyway. So on that note, we'll see you in the next one, unless we get canceled.